What's up guys, I'm Atomics and this is my first ever video, so excuse me if my commentary is a little bit bad. Basically I'm starting a new series to find the best affordable striker in FIFA 15. I took 16 of the best and most popular strikers on the game under 50k and put them in a bracket. I seeded them based on their in-game ratings, so Falcao gets the number 1 seed because he's 88 rated, and Ibarbo gets a 16 seed because he is 75 rated. So in today's video I have the two Colombian strikers, Falcao and Ibarbo, facing off against each other. But first, this is how the game works. Every episode, two strikers will play 3 games in the same team. The player with the higher score at the end of the game moves on to the next round. So this is the scoring system. The player's average rating after 3 games, plus the average amount of goals they scored after 3 games, plus the average amount of assists the player has each game, divided by 2. I divide the assists in half so they are worth half as much as goals. So now that I explained the game, let's get into it. So this is the squad that I made. It's a nice hybrid with Falcao and Ibarbo up top, of course, and then Guarin center attacking mid, and then Sanchez on right mid, El Shaarawy left mid, and then another Sanchez at center defensive mid, Mangala, Koscielny center backs, Hart at keeper, right back Debuchy, and left back Evra. So pretty solid squad altogether. I actually enjoyed using it, but it did lack in some areas. So this was the first squad I went up against. It's not that good, but it's not bad. So it's decent. So I did get the first chance in this game. Dribble with El Shaarawy down the line, cut him back, and pass it to Ibarbo. Passes it on to Sanchez, and then Sanchez finds Falcao wide open in space, and Falcao just buries it deep in the corner. And a very clinical finish from Falcao, and that's usually how he does it in the box. Just finds the corners, never gonna miss from there. Wide open, tons of space, all the time in the world. It makes a nice finish in the lower corner. So here again, Falcao with the ball, getting kind of bumped around, manages to keep the ball and just hits the crossbar there, almost sneaks it in. Unfortunately, couldn't finish, but I do win the game 1-0. And there were highlights of Ibarbo in there, but all of his went straight to the keeper, and they weren't very impressive. So I decided to leave them out. And these are the ratings. So Falcao got a 7.4, and Ibarbo got a 6.7, and Falcao obviously did score that game. So in my second game, I went up against this squad, which was substantially better. 2 informed Sanchez, Costa, and immediately he smacks me, going up 2-0 in 35 minutes. But I finally do have a shed of light here with Debuchy. Brings it up, sends a nice ball over to Ibarbo, but he just can't get there in time. But El Shaarawy does find the ball, but manages to somehow kick it way over the goal, wasting that opportunity. And then on this corner kick, it manages to find Falcao, who heads it towards goal, but it's tipped over by the keeper. And Falcao's really good at heading, but unfortunately wasn't able to finish it that time. And here Ibarbo makes some space for himself with his speed, but smashes it straight into the side netting, and I end up losing that game 3-0. So that was very bad performance by me there. And the player ratings for this game were 6.8 from Falcao and 6.4 from Ibarbo. So none too impressive so far. So lastly, this team was obviously not very good, but it did have the 4 lone players there. So Falcao finds a nice bit of space in front of goal here and manages to shoot it, but it's nicely saved by the keeper. And Ibarbo is actually really good at passing, I found out, and makes nice through-ball passes like the one to Guarin, who manages to keep onto the ball. Unfortunately, Ibarbo can't finish his, blocked by the defender. Here, Ibarbo makes another nice pass to Falcao. This time, Falcao finds the corner and buries it, with giving me a lead 1-0. So, just a minute later, El Shaarawy passes it to Falcao again, but this time, it goes way wide. So here, Ibarbo manages to make some space with his speed. He's in on goal, passes it straight to the keeper. And here Guarin, in the 90th minute, tries to cross it, hits his defender, and goes into his own goal, giving me the win in the very last second. So I win that game 2-1, Falcao with the goal, and Guarin with the assist. So the player rating is 7.1 for Falcao and a 6.7 for Ibarbo. So I'm sure you can probably guess by now who won. It is Falcao, whose average rating was a 7.1 and Ibarbo's was a 6.6. Falcao scored 2 goals in 3 games, so his average goals were 0.67, which isn't terrible. Ibarbo, on the other hand, had 0. And Falcao had 0 assists, but Ibarbo had 1 assist, but after that divided by 2, it equals 0.17. So if you add that together, Falcao has a 7.77 score and Ibarbo has 6.77. So Falcao has a whole point higher and ends up taking this one, moving on to the next round. So if you take a look at the bracket here, Falcao moves on to play the winner of Martinez and Balotelli matchup in the quarterfinals. So finally, thank you guys so much for watching. If you made it this far, I really do thank you. And please leave constructive criticism in the comments below. I know I have a lot to work on, and I really want your guys' feedback. I look forward to doing this series, and subscribe and like if you enjoyed. So again, thanks for watching, and I'm out.